No, I'm kidding. Anyway, last time we left off. I was going to say, last time with us. So, our heroes made it to Maplewood, and all took time to explore the town and kind of relax a little bit. Adam, I believe, went straight to the tailor, but he also did manage to finally connect his sending stone, or he borrowed Camuli's sending stone, and connected with his lover, Agna. It was a very brief conversation, as the stone could not hold the connection very long, but he essentially told her he was in some shit, and tell his retainers not to worry. At which point she was like, they're going to worry regardless. And then he went and got himself a nice new outfit from Miss Darlene. Reus went to the tavern to attempt to find a game to play. However, it was dreadfully empty. And he ended up exiting, meeting back up with Camille by chance, and the two headed off to the tailor's. Not Lumos, that's his dad. Draco and Quite ended up going to the Church of Lumos, where they met the rather unpleasant cleric there. But alas, they both prayed, and Draco revealed some of his origins to Quite, namely that he's apparently the son of Lumos. Quite wasn't quite sure what to think of that, and didn't fully believe him, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she didn't believe him. When you tell someone, hey, I'm a god, or a son of a god, you tend to have those looks of, no, you're not.
You son of a gun.
Exactly.
Unless you're from the movie Road to El Dorado.
Let's see. Blake and Tinaffi ended up going to the curiosity shop. I actually don't quite remember what they did there. I think they harassed the store owner.
Basically, yeah, we told him that his junk was junk. in light words. I mean, we basically looked at him and was like, you don't know what you're selling here, do you? Okay, that's where I mute again. Sorry.
Yeah. And then everyone made their way to the tailor shop. Camille, needing to take a call from her husband, ended up handing over Rosemary to Reus to look after for a moment. And everyone met back up at the tailor's. They all tried on some clothes, or I think Reus tried on some clothes, but we were cutting it pretty close, so no one else got to try on clothes yet.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to today.
I tried on a jacket, and Reus kind of threw it down on the ground because he couldn't pay for it.
Yeah, after Tinaffi hears that damn price, she's gonna be like, I don't need a jacket anymore. Because she knows that hers is gonna be expensive in some way. I ain't got the gold.
Yeah.
Okay, kid.
None of us got a gold for over a $200 jacket.
But it's made of direwolf fur.
Well, who says?
And I believe it was like 75 gold pieces, not 200, if I remember.
Yeah, 75 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Still quite expensive.
Yeah. But not 200 expensive.
But regardless, I believe that is where we left off with, I think, Blake, Tinaffi, and Draco still needed to look for some clothes if they wanted some. And obviously, Draco is not here right now.
Yeah. So we can say that for the time being, Quite just kind of exits the building, and Draco is kind of chasing after her, just making sure that she's all right.
He's on follow.
He's on follow mode. He's a follower mode.
He's on the follow command. We'll just kind of let him be an NPC for the game.
Yeah, he's for now. He's going to be an NPC. I'm not going to speak for him. So if you have any questions for him, I would suggest waiting until after he gets back next session. Yeah. But for the time being,
it's like talking to a wall.
Well, now Miss Perfect kind of turns to the rest of you. Okay, darlings, is there anything that you all need for clothing? Do you need anything in particular? Do you need perhaps maybe some fine hats to go along with your outfits?
Ooh,
Uh,
I would like a hat.
And she looks over at you, Tinaffi, with a disgusted look. Ugh, Giuseppe. Ugh. Such a horrible, horrible line of clothing. I don't know how you can stand it.
Oh, you recognize my clothing. Yeah, this is all I have left of my home because I can't go back and grab my clothes.
Well, we definitely need to get you an upgrade then, darling. Those clothes, just amateur work. I spit on them.
Well, I've heard of Giuseppe. I've never heard of you before, really. All I know is, like, you guys have a thing for each other, but, I mean...
No, we don't have a thing for each other, darling. He chases me, I run away. There's a difference.
Oh, so a perv. I see.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it. I mean, he's all time hitting on the ladies, trying to set me or someone else up with his son. It is very... it's overwhelming.
Tinaffi's ears perk up. He has a son. How old is he and how loaded is he?
I don't know, 29 years old. He's an artificer, but I mean, who cares, really? You need better clothing to survive the winter. Giuseppe's clothing, terrible. Will tear in an instant that a snow touches it.
Winter.
Maybe. Oh, can I?
Winter.
I'm gonna roll. I want to roll persuasion to possibly maybe get the Shaw for free to be a brand tester. Like, can I? I don't know if I'm persuaded to, switch my brands because, I like Giuseppe a lot. But, like, I'd really need to test out your work. But I don't know if I am, wanting to, pay that price in order to take a big risk here.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, let me see what my persuasion is. I have no idea. Hold on. My persuasion is a +4. It is okay.
It's...
Dice roller, please love me tonight. I am trying to get free Shaw.
Shaw.
Please love me. No! No! Stupid 8.
Well, tell you what, I can sell you the Shaw for maybe 15 gold pieces, maybe.
Deal! Take my money! Nom, that's all my money. Take it!
Would you like your Shaw gift back, darling?
No, I'll just wear it out.
Okay, there you go.
Tinaffi is a broke bitch.
And she
Have
ends up
zero
pocketing
It's
gold.
surprising coming from a woman that managed to turn an entire temple into a brothel. That is still impressive.
And just to let you know, she rolled a
Listen.
10.
I didn't pay my taxes, so I have no money left from that adventure.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you'll find some work out here, darling. There's plenty of different types of jobs to be had.
For sure, yeah.
One
I
of
think
them-
we're supposed to be doing one of those here soon.
I was gonna say something, but I realized Reus ain't in the building at the moment. He walked outside.
No.
Yeah, he walked
Yes.
out, Rosie. And what about
get
you,
out of here.
Miss
Get out
Tiefling? She looks up and down at you.
Name's Blake. First
Blake.
off.
And
yeah.
you're not very sociable like the rest of your friends, huh, darling?
Are you? Well, I don't know what my light is. I'm dumbass. Anyway,
And
so
what kind of clothes do you need? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty here that you could choose from. Maybe a suit, maybe a dress, maybe a combination of the two.
Ah, yes, the famous
how
suit
about
dress.
a jacket?
A jacket, okay, a nice
Suit
winter
dress.
jacket. Let me see. And she ends up going behind her. She's kind of like taking her fingers, like using magic to like move the clothes, like from right to left. And are you looking for anything fancy, or you're just looking for practicality, or perhaps a combination of the two?
Combination. I got one.
Okay. I've got this
reasons.
very nice white hair jacket for you. And she ends up like taking it off, and it looks like it's made of rabbit hair that's kind of like fluff at the top with kind of like the same at the cuffs. It's a very floofy. I could do 40 gold for this jacket, darling. It took me some time.
Can I roll to lower? Can I roll persuasion to see if I could get it for a lower price?
Roll persuasion.
Or is that like not gonna happen?
Oh, you can roll for persuasion. See if you can get a lower price.
Okay.
I did roll for her, so let's see.
What? 20. Oh fuck! How do I roll?
Yeah, roll.
1d20
Oh boy.
plus 7. Okay, here
Yeah,
it
this could
goes.
work.
13. That's not that good.
Listen, I hand make all of these sets of clothing, from the elegant to the simple. I do this by hand. It takes me many hours and many materials to do so. 40 gold seems like a very generous price, darling.
Do you have a hat instead?
As a matter of fact, I do. What kind of hat you looking for? Top hat, short hats, something like headbands? You're going to have to be more specific, darling.
Do you have like a fedora?
Luckily for you, I had a gentleman trade me one of his. It's disgusting, but I could probably sell it to you for maybe 3 gold pieces.
Ew. Ew. No, I don't want to use one. Oh, so you have a nice jacket, but a nice hat?
Sadly, fedoras aren't our specialty.
Okay, what else do you got?
I've got top hats, I've got headbands, I've got, let's see. I think that's more or less it, darling. Simple caps.
How much
Cows.
for the top hat?
It's only about 10 gold
Cow.
pieces, darling. They're pretty simple to make with the materials that I have.
Are you just wanting like a bigger hat?
I wanted the fedora to be goofy, but I wanted.
I mean, I still had the fedora. You know what? If you're that desperate for the fedora, I'll just give you it. It's disgusting. Ugh.
And Blake's like, I didn't want it. She's like, well, it's free. I'll take it. She's like, fine. I'll take it.
Okay, she goes around back and she pulls out another sack that is tied. She just hands it over to you. There you go, darling. There's your hat.
Like, how bad is this fedora?
Do you open the bag?
I guess.
You open the bag and it kind of reeks of death. It smells of decay.
Yeah.
I had a little goblin come
yeah.
here and try to sell me it. I wouldn't take it, and he just says, "Fine, you can have it anyway." Ugh, goblins.
I'm noticing a pattern here. Fine. I think I'll let you keep the fedora. I'll let you keep this bag.
Fine.
Yeah.
She ends up taking the bag back.
Yeah. I think I'm good.
All right.
I give it 2 stars. Nothing impressing.
Excuse me? Nothing impressing? Excuse me? If you're gonna be like that, you can get out of my store right now.
Can I roll to see how Reus is doing with Rosie?
Yeah, sure. Let's switch over to Reus.
Since he's outside,
Yeah.
I can't say much because I'm not in here.
No, it's fine. We'll switch over to Reus right now. And
Yeah.
Reus, you're just waiting out.
Imagine if I roll a nat 1.
Oh boy, I'll have to roll severity on that.
Friends, go ahead, roll.
Now I'm scared because I just said it. I got a 5.
Oh. You see Rosie start to tear because you're. What was that?
If you don't mind me taking this one.
Oh, you go ahead. I'll let you do it.
I think at this point, Rosie was initially very happy. You know, you're a tiefling like her dad, so she's like, "Oh, it's just like dad." And you let her play with her horns. You gave her a shiny gold coin. She was happy and distracted. She's just started to realize she doesn't know where her mom is. And so you see her, like, still holding that little gold coin. She's kind of looking around in the way babies do, and she's starting to get all upset. And you can see the wobble in her eyes.
Reus is panicking, like, calm down. Shit.
I am going to make my own roll right now.
Make your own roll.
Yeah, he's like holding a warhead. No,
Claude, I rolled a 9. Would you say that's enough to roll the wild magic table?
Yep. Here we go. I've got.
Shit.
I've got
Actually,
a 10.
okay, first off, wait first. Reus, make me a roll to see how well you comfort Rosie. If you can calm her down enough, she won't release the wild
Is it
magic
performance?
later.
Please tell me it's performance.
Claude?
Excuse me 1 second. What was the question?
So he's going to make a roll to see how well he...
Yeah, make a performance if you want to. I don't think persuasion will work considering she doesn't know common.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I would say she's
All right,
calmed
so
down.
how do you comfort Rosie?
After panicking and looking for the wife, he freaking gets his nerves ahead of him and just starts rocking her awkwardly. He's like, come on, calm down. Do not activate. Please don't activate.
hold on.
You see the little
Rock
sparks.
my baby in the treetop. Please do not blow up. I do not want to die.
You can see the little sparks of magic that had started to come off of her dissipate. And she's still a little sniffly, but she grabs hold of the fluffy jacket. And you can see her kind of calm down.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
I want to see some wild magic happen.
Well, do you want to go out?
I redeemed 500 points.
Oh, that's typically used for the normal streams, but
This
I
is
will
a normal
say,
stream.
I've actually
Why don't
let's
we-
have some fun with this. Hang on.
She's happy now. You did such a good job. She's
is.
happy.
So she's happy. She's smiling. She blinks, and then Rouge, you get teleported next to a white house in the village, and there is Kamui right there. The wild magic went
Reus
off, and it
looks
just
around
teleported.
like, what happened?
Kamui has her back to you and you hear her.
Instinctively, like, holding Rose, like, a little tighter, as he just panically looks around. Like, where did we end up?
Kamui initially has her back to you, and you hear her go, "All right, I love you too. I'll see you soon." Click, and she turns around. Oh, well, hi. I hope she wasn't causing too
Rose
much
turns
trouble,
around,
was she?
Oh, hey. He grabs Rose. He's like, hey, this wasn't supposed to happen.
What?
Well, we were in front of the tailor, and she got angry because you weren't there, and I panicked and tried to calm her down to the best of my abilities. And we're here.
Oh.
Where are we exactly?
Girl. I mean, we're still in the village. She peeks around the corner and points out the tailor shop's just across the street there.
Okay, we didn't escape the island.
Oh no! If you had, oh goodness! I certainly hope she can't teleport out of Eden. That's a nightmare waiting to happen. But
That would have been in the bad ending.
You just Ruth has to figure out what
Anyways,
race is now.
God of Dead.
Anyways, here she is. I'll hand her back to you.
Oh, yes, you have a good time, baby girl. Have fun. Thank you. Did you find everything you needed at the tailor shop?
I didn't get anything. Too expensive at the moment.
What condition would you say Roos's jacket's in?
Pristine. He keeps that thing knit and tighted.
Okay, so it's still a good-looking jacket.
He hoses it down.
Other So hopefully this baby didn't slobber on it.
Yeah, there's
I mean-
some drool in the collar.
You can see where she had grabbed and leaned against the fluffiness as you were calming her down. There's a little streak of saliva.
He kind of dusts it off and takes off his jacket and kind of cleans it up.
Yeah. He's like, ew.
If she damaged it at all, I can pay for repairs. She is
No, it's fine. It's
a
just a bit of
unexpected.
drool.
Oh yes, babies drool a lot. But good. And winters can get a little cold here, so I hope everyone else has some warm clothing.
I'm sure everyone has. I left right after she tried to sell me a $175 gold piece jacket that I declined.
Goodness, 175. That's far more than she usually charges.
Well, then again, it was with direwolf, so
Mm. Oh well.
maybe that made it more expensive.
Well, regardless, I need to go buy a new stove. Hopefully one that's sturdier than the last one. She looks up at the sky. Maestro should be at the tavern soon. If you all are still interested in taking the quest in Cromwell.
Maestro was, I'm sorry, what part of the quest she was a part of?
I believe it got called the Phantom at the Opera. The Opera House had a murder recently, and apparently the murderer left a rather chilling note. Now they're trying to find some extra protection as well as extra hands to help them investigate the matter.
Oh, alright. Well, I'll just head back to Tailor Shop. Tell him I'll start heading in that way and I can make him meet me there.
All right. You all take care. I'll probably be back at Eternal's Rest by the time you all get back.
I don't know how you can take care of that little troublemaker.
Oh, goodness. Babies are hard, and she's certainly the most magically gifted child I've had.
Her nose turns blue after she sneezes.
Little one. You can see Chloe gives her daughter just the softest, adoring smile. But they're worth every moment
There's my
of it.
little. There's my child of mass destruction.
My walking atom bomb.
Yeah.
Although she can't walk yet, so I guess that doesn't really work in this instance, but children
But when
are...
she walks, she'll make the earth quake.
Yeah. Children are complicated, but they're worth every moment of it. But don't let me hold you up. You all take care. If you need any help...
You do, madam, and I hope you get home safe.
Thank you. Trust me. I might not look like much, but there's not much in these wilds that can take me.
Looks can often be deceiving. I mean, look at me. Do I look like a man that can go into a brawl fight?
Go into a what?
Go into a bar fight? Hey, do I look like a man that can go into a bar fight and survive?
Hmm.
You be gutted like a fish.
Yes, actually. You have a certain air about you. I believe you're full of many, many tricks, Sir Reus.
I am, but a magician never reveals his tricks.
Is that why you keep 2 daggers in your back pocket?
Yes.
You and the
I
others
can
take
do
care.
this. And he wags his 2 tails behind him and then pulls his 2 daggers out with his tails.
Ooh. You can see Chloe's got a mildly impressed look on her face. I keep saying Saphira needs to utilize his tail more. Maybe you can teach him a thing or two.
Maybe. It
Wouldn't
took
that
me
be
a while
so-
to get used to it.
Wouldn't that be so cool, though? You go in, you do wielding some swords, and you're, pressed back, but then, aha, tail knife.
Yeah, I guess so. Many enemies don't expect it, so that's the great part about it.
Indeed.
Plus, I can still do some other stuff while I have him out. Anyways, he puts the 2 daggers back in his back pocket. Anyways, I'll be going. And if I ever babysit that kid again, I'm probably gonna get a heart attack afterward.
I don't know. You seemed to be quite well with her. You have a natural gift with children.
No, I usually just shrink up around them.
No, Rosie doesn't take
But,
from just anyone. But
What name?
you take care now. And she's going to turn, walk off down the street.
Roos walks back,
Yeah.
his hands in his jacket pocket. He goes to the tailor shop and opens the door. Hey, all of you, heading to the tavern shop. The woman who wants to speak with us about the Phantom at the Opera House is going to be there. I'm going to go on ahead as he closes the door and walks away.
I'm leaving too.
All right. I assume everyone is done at the tailor shop, or is there anything else you
Yes.
want to get done? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say.
Leaves while playing her kazoo.
Yeah, she really likes that kazoo. I'm glad. So I would say at this point.
She's just going in to mess with people.
Yeah. I would say at this point, everyone ends up heading to the humble sapling, just kind of like waiting inside. And after some time, you hear the sound of wheels kind of like pull up in front of the tavern itself. The doors kind of like swing open, and you do see. Give me 1 second. See.
We got 10 gold pieces on furry. 10 gold pieces on furry.
You see this 5'6" female human wearing like this
Oh
nice
my gosh,
dress.
it's a human.
Oh my god.
Wearing a very nice
it's
dress.
A
Her hair is pulled back into kind of like a bun or something. She's kind of got like a flip book almost that she kind of like has in her hand. She's kind of looking around, and you see the waitress kind of like go over, introduce, and get her seated at one of the nearby tables.
All right. I guess Bruce will walk up and talk to her.
She looks in your direction, just kind of eyeing you up and down, kind of cocks her head to the right a little bit, and she says, "Go for Okami."
Bonjour. How can I help you this day, good sir?
Oh, my apologies. And Bruce kind of bends, gives an eloquent bow. He says, "My name's Bruce. I'm here on that quest you put
Ah,
of the
the
Phantom."
quest. Ah, the quest. I posted with Eternal's Rest. Yes, please. Have a seat. Are you the only one?
No, I have a few people over there, and he points to the table with Adam, Draco, Blake, and...
Quite waves.
Well, we don't need to talk about her.
Well, please, have them come over here.
I guess I was just gonna be
Gestures a hand.
I guess I was just gonna be the first one to move over.
All right,
Can Roos look her up and down?
Blake follows.
Yeah. So Roos, she's a very beautiful woman. Like she takes care of herself very well. It seems like she's absolutely flawless. Like from what you can see, like she is a status symbol, for what she does, and you know that she is the head of the opera house, so she has a sort of prestige about her.
Any kind of expensive jewelry?
Likes what she sees.
You see like a ring on her index finger, and just a single earring on her left ear.
Well, a woman
not
of such beauty, I'm surprised you don't have any jewelry on you.
Well, it is not very safe to travel with many expensive, gaudy things. And besides, I believe one should allow one's natural beauty to shine through.
As the old saying goes.
Can't agree with that.
As the old saying goes, appearances can be quite deceiving.
That they can. So, allow me to be blunt and get to the point. You see, my opera house has recently, poor French accent, been struck by tragedy. Oh, my dear mon ami, Melodious. She was murdered not a week ago. And left with a very strange note.
Do you mind if I see that?
Yes, I did not prepare a note, Claude. I was just saying that. So you can have the note, but I don't know what's on it.
A strange note for the murder.
Yes.
Was it? Okay.
I have a question. I thought it was a kidnapping.
Very, very strange. Yeah, I thought it was kidnapping too.
Yeah. So
Was it a kidnapping?
It was a kidnapping, but
Okay, that was my bad.
As a kidnapping.
I was like, wow, this got a little more crazy than I remembered reading.
That was
we could say that
bad.
she was just confused. You know,
I mixed up killed with kidnapping. I got confused.
Okay.
So
because they're totally the same
Added
thing.
like a few letters.
I saw K-I and I was like, cool, autocorrect. My mind autocorrected the rest for me. Anyway, let me restart that. So, my dear Melodious, she's been missing for over a week, and we were left with this note. It seems to be a ransom note. This mysterious phantom. Yes, threatened. And she hands it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's a pretty simple note. I'm going to put it in general chat, but I'll also repeat it for the people listening in. Where's general? Put it in the tavern. Stella Cadet, Fabula Nova Destur. Otherwise known as, I would say, Adam, with your experience in, like, I would say, like, the Prestige Commons, it says, the star shall fall, for a new tale will be told.
Okay, so hold on, because let me just write this down.
Yeah, I'll also write the translation in the chat.
Can I see?
Okay, so the star falls.
The star shall fall, for a new tale will be told.
The star falls, but the star shall fall, for the new tale will be told. I think that decision might be. I think we might be dealing with something here.
Yes, that was
just from one sentence?
You don't.
This is not a ransom. This is a hostage negotiation.
Is that not what a
How'd you
ransom
get that
is?
out of that sentence?
If I had to take a wild guess, if a star shall fall, they're talking about the actor. They're talking about the actress.
Obviously.
And if a new
Well,
one,
can I say then?
if a new one is about to rise, if a new tale will be told, they're most likely going to kill him.
Someone's crumbling chips in the background. Blake, you eating Doritos again?
There's actually a patron in the back, just like chewing on some crisps.
They just have a bag of whole potatoes they're shoving into their mouth.
I'm actually eating apples, if you're wondering.
Ooh, a sack of apples in the back. I want an apple. Blake, share with the class.
Extendo reaches arm.
I only have 2 slices left.
Ah!
Blake's like
Anyway.
mine. Here's your own apple.
Anyway.
May I see the handwriting?
Go ahead.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. When you take a look at the note, Bruce, you can tell that it's written in kind of like a fine pen, like highly detailed cursive in a manner of speaking, almost as if to mock how, like, a celebrity signature in a way.
Can I look anything in the finer detail? How it was written? Is it like copied signature and whatnot?
Make a investigation to see if you notice anything about this.
Do I get advantage since I have proficiency with the forgery kit, or does
I would
that
say
not
yes.
take into account for?
I'll let you have advantage on this one because has to do with the type of how it's written out, and you have experience with how to write out things. So,
Could I also make an investigation check?
go for it.
Wait, I have the note.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Adam can just mosey on over and look with you.
As she got the it's got the keen mind feature, so he would know exactly how it would be written.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, let the wolf.
Investigation. I need to pull sheet to see if I have any bonuses.
17. Give me a second. That's gonna be a 22 for me.
22. All right, let's see what Bruce got.
How'd you get a 22?
17 plus 5. I also have proficiency in investigation.
Right, you're a cop. I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, he's an undercover cop that we don't question for some reason.
Do mind I kept also keen mind, which increases my intelligence by 1.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. I would say
Yes.
both you and Adam realize that this, typically when they put out ransom notes, they tend to make it legible enough to where it could be read by anyone, but this seems like it was written by someone who has experience in penmanship and everything. And by the way it is written out, it's almost as if it's kind of hastily made. In a manner of speaking, like to the normal eye, it would just seem like a signature-esque, writing style. But it seems as though like this was written out in a rush.
Sloppy manship.
See from the you notice actually how the lines that she are much more curved than she did before. It's hasted written.
Well, I was about to say the same thing. Usually, if you're trying to actually do something like this kind of penmanship, you would like to take your time with it, but some of it's sloppy. It's clearly not written out how it's supposed to be, and it seems like it was written out in such a rush.
Not only that though. It also seems that she to be too much like this person has a bit of a poetry fetish of some sorts. I have no idea.
Poetry fetish. I never thought those words would come out of your mouth. But hey.
Well,
You know what? I don't really judge people on their fetishes. So.
Let's just say that they're fantasy for the classic place.
Which I am too. But if you're a fan of the classic plays, this is a disgrace in terms of penmanship.
Well,
I mean, good on him for learning the handwriting, but this was obviously sloppily made.
Well, not only that, not only that, the way how they writ it. Notice that how the lines that she seemed to be taken out straight from it doesn't even sound like it's actually even translated to an actual ransom note.
Well, it's not a ransom note. It could be, it could not be a ransom note. If it is a ransom note, well, it's one bad one. Anyways, excuse me, Matt. Do you know anyone else that could write this penmanship?
Let me look back at it.
He hands her the note.
I would say for I'm already forgetting her name. Mello. Basically
Maestro?
Maya. Excuse me, so many names I have to remember.
Mia.
Maya.
Please call me Maestro.
Basically, Maya, you know that you have a lot of actors that come and go, each with their own unique signature. To distinguish one or another is kind of difficult.
I'm afraid the handwriting, it is not familiar to me. Mercy.
Can I make a little perception check on her facial facial reaction, body posture,
Inside, you mean?
anything that would give away of lie.
Insight.
Inside.
Insight check me.
Can I
Check
also
me if you dare.
can I actually make it a better investigation? Can I also do another investigation check to see if I know anybody who might be able to mimic this handwriting better, or maybe better yet, actually like get an understanding of who's more likely to write like this.
I guess make a history check on your end, Adam. If I had
history
Natural
check.
20.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And what was your roll?
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, right now I'm rolling my history.
To see any kind of body posture, facial reactions that would maybe
she's
give me a hint to a lie or slip up or anything.
She's telling the truth. In fact, you can tell that she's getting kind of worried because she doesn't want her leads or actresses or what have you to be missing like days or maybe even hours before.
And you can see, with that closer inspection of her face, she actually has, while she masks it well with her elegance, she actually has some dark circles under her eyes, and her features seem to sag a little. And you can tell this has actually been affecting her very much. She is very, very worried for Mello.
And I got my history check done. That's gonna be a 19, 14 plus
19?
5.
And what were you trying to roll for so that way I can
History.
No, I mean history on
the note just to see if I know like any sort of like race that maybe write this elegantly.
Wow, racial profile. Wow.
You can't really tell what race wrote this, but judging by the curvatures of the not signature, but the note, you can tell that it was written by a female hand.
It's female hands.
Well, I can certainly say this. If we're gonna have to look for this person, when this is a kidnapping, obviously this person was after this one actress.
Then we worry that they will come back. You see, we wanted to close the theater for a bit to properly investigate this and keep everyone safe. However, our other actress, Belladonna, she insisted the show must go on. She said we must not disgrace Mello like this. But I worry that this phantom will come for her as well. That is why I have a plan.
As Reus is like looking at her, like paying every attention to detail, he's gonna use his mage hand. He's gonna toss a note back to Ivan. And he's gonna use his mage hand to pick up.
You guys are so sus of her.
You know what?
Christ.
I'm gonna pick up a dagger and like right in
her.
Handovers. Tinaffi, what were you trying to say?
I was gonna ask if I could say something, but I don't want to cut them off. I'll let them finish what they want to say first.
Okay.
As Reus is listening into
my character's questions too.
All right, go for it, Blake.
Continue. Sorry.
Okay. Order of events.
I'm confused.
Alright, you guys continue. They're in the middle.
Okay.
I was actually gonna say she like.
Did you call me Reus?
I said Reus.
She said Reus.
My accent slips through sometimes.
Reese's Puffs.
Anyway, Reus, you go first, then Tinaffi, then Blake.
Eat 'em up.
Then Adam.
And then Adam,
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Reus is gonna like basically just write. He's gonna write on the little note, basically, Belladonna, keep notes, and in a very secretive way to Adam.
All right.
Okay. Tinaffi.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask Miss French woman if so she's gonna ask her, so like is Belladonna like the understudy or something like that?
She is, in a way, our other lead actress. She has led many roles, a very prominent actress. However, Melodious had landed the lead role in this play. It is the tale of... What is the play called again, Claude?
It is a, a night under the blood moon. A Strahd
Yes.
Terovich story.
She had been cast in the role of Tatiana. And, well, you see, Belladonna, she is a fantastic actress, but between you and me, she cannot sing very well. So, the role had gone to Mello, and things had been going so well. But alas. And of course, we had no other leading actress at the time, and such short notice. So, the role.
Sorry, I was gonna say it's like I sort of rolled on this to see if Tinaffi would kind of like think this way or not, but she's gonna look at you and be like, so like, did she try out for the lead actress's part in this then?
Well, yes, we held auditions.
And now she wants the show to go on even though the lead actress is missing?
Well,
That's kind of what I've been thinking. Oh my god,
I cannot deny that Bella has some jealousy issues. But she herself was very heartbroken.
Well, if she's as good as actor as you say, she could just be acting heartbroken.
Damn, look at Tinaffi using her brain. Using that whole
Are you supposed to, are you supposed to have 6 intelligence?
Listen, I know how to act, right? I act like I love all these wealthy men all the time, but really I couldn't care less. So I understand what it's like to fake an emotion you don't really feel.
Well, to tell the truth.
Daphne knows because she's very well versed in Adele's girlfriend.
To tell the whole truth, I do not wish to suspect anyone in my theater. The actors, we are all like family.
Fair enough.
But I cannot deny that I have a horrible suspicion that this came from within. Melodious.
Yeah.
She'd been a relatively new member of our cast. This was to be her first lead role. I do not know if she would be prominent enough with the masses to warrant a kidnapping.
Hold on, I have a question or two.
So probably was personal.
Before we get to you, Adam, Blake, there was a question. You were the last one in that lineup to have a question.
Well, kind of Tiffany was...
Sorry.
Tiffany's question was more so what I was going to ask.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I guess the other thing... It's she... Yeah, but I guess... I was going to say about fans, but since she's new, that's kind of like... Well, obviously she wouldn't have fans. She's kind of green, so...
She has been with the theater for several years, but always in a more supporting role.
Okay. So definitely, it has to be someone that knows her. It probably isn't random considering the intention of the...
Another thing.
We have no concrete evidence on any other thing. It is possible. It could be from a very, very devoted fan who has followed her for years. It could be from within. We simply do not know. It could be from a competitor.
That's why we need to go there and investigate.
But you... sorry, was that all, Blake?
Well, Adam had one.
Yes.
That's
And
all for me.
you, Mr. Wolf, you had the question?
Yeah, I have a few, actually. First off, if you're saying actually, the only thing if one thing serves me correctly, jealousy is actually one thing to start up a crime. But I had to ask, was there anybody else before Melodonna, obviously, that could have probably warranted this whole thing? Like, was there anybody before her who tried to audition the main role?
There were a few other girls, but they were not really a part of the acting family. I open auditions to a few newcomers every time so we can see fresh talent. However, most of those girls have already left town. There are a number of there are a thought that has crossed our minds is that we have a number of rival theaters who would be more than happy to take us down.
Do you mind if I know the name of
Yeah,
these?
but this
if
seems
you don't
like
mind me
the
asking.
wrong way to go about it.
Do you mind if I know about these names about these steers in case ahead of time?
Yes, we have the Queer Knot. There's the Shell Crackle.
Shell Crackle.
The Choir Knot. The Shell Crackle. One moment. There is one smaller one. Yes, of Knots and Men Opera House. That one is, honestly, I do not suspect them. They are pleasant folk, and they are a smaller theater. But Choir Knot, Shell Crackle.
One last thing, if you don't mind.
Of course.
You mentioned that Belladonna actually had a bit of a had much more of a jealousy problem. Is that correct?
Well, I do not know. Well, yes, it is a problem. However, she is always like that. She is a, how do you say, a diva. So, I do not know if it would be enough to drive her to... I mean, she can be rather difficult to deal with sometimes, but she's never done anything dangerous, so to speak.
As I said before, jealousy can actually be one of the main factors into committing a crime.
Well, if you are welcome to ask her if you wish. She is quite a slight woman, and even if she were to be doing something to dear Melodious, I mean, she was quite a bit smaller than her. I do not doubt that Melo could overpower her easily.
Then I have a feeling
that's
that's
another
assuming
thing
she's
I'm
doing it
curious
by
about,
herself.
if you don't mind me intruding in. There's
One
just
at a time.
one bugging question. So, Belladonna, if we are guessing that she is the one that possibly kidnapped this actress, my only question is, wouldn't this actress being so valuable have gods around her? I mean, we could be dealing with a second culprit.
Someone else that's doing the dirty work.
Yes.
Then
that is
we
one
are
thing.
not. We are not nobility. It is not like, and money can be tight. We have security for the theater. However, if our actors and actresses wish for personal guardians, they would need to provide them themselves. I do not know if Melodious had any guards.
I actually am gonna do something actually.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna use my Eldritch Invocation to detect magic.
Ooh, detecting magic. All right. So, you sense a couple of points, not just with the group. There is a ding across town. There is a ding at the bartender. And there's a couple of minor dings around the area.
Detect magic actually only allows me to see only faint auras of magic. It doesn't give you a sound of magic.
Well, I know, but I just did that. I know, I just did that for flavor.
Okay, so then, do I know
sounds
what type
cooler.
of, can I learn what magic schools they are?
You sense like some mostly enchantments, probably from magical items that could be in the area. You don't sense any magic from this woman in front of you.
All right then. If that's the case, then I may want to request a questioning session with this Miss Belladonna, if you don't mind.
Yes, I can arrange for you to question the staff, the actors. As I said, I also have a bit of an idea.
Go ahead.
You see, I
Let's
and
split it.
others in my theater suspect that this phantom, he may come back and he may try to strike at Belladonna herself. And so,
If she's not the culprit, then most likely.
If she's not the culprit, then that's very much true. She can become a target. There's only one other thing, though. If she is, though, do we may have to figure it out about where your main actor could be.
well, if you would let me finish explaining my plan.
Go on.
Of course.
Be nice to them, Adam.
Just adjust.
You see, we have this fiasco. It has scared away some of our other actors, including our male lead. My thought, if you all could perhaps participate in this play, we may be able to catch the culprit in the act. And if indeed Belladonna herself is guilty, it would give you a chance to work closely with her and to examine her with no little suspicion.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing,
Well,
to be honest.
if that's the case, then I may have an idea as well.
Okay, I was going to start my idea. Let's pass around all ideas around the table then.
Mr. Wolf, please.
It's Adam, please. Adam Truthful. So
We have names, you know.
None names.
So from what I understand is that you want some of us at GBC to arrive actually at this area, correct?
Yes, if you do not mind, you can even take my carriage back with me, and we can go straight to the theater.
I may actually have an idea.
Mm.
They may not be. Although they actually may be experiencing a show. Do they actually expect anybody? Do they expect anybody popular actually arriving at all?
What do you mean?
If I want to take a closer look at the theater and see if we could find any good angles to see if we could find out actually who our culprit is.
Or how they got out without being seen.
Of course, I will allow you to examine the theater at your leisure. You will have full access to the place, as long as you do not steal anything.
Well, not only that. I might have an idea. For during the theater. If we figured out actually which angles of GPC that could be most vulnerable for the culprit. There's always audience members and there's always the stage. I could probably participate as one of the audience members. Keep a close eye.
That would be good.
Besides, they do not usually expect celebrities at times.
Yeah.
Are you saying you are a celebrity?
He's royalty,
You never heard of the Truthful family?
essentially.
No, not at all.
Well, I'm surprised. Well, even still, though.
The world is a big place. Sometimes word does not travel as far as we think it may.
Well,
Very fair.
actually, hold on. Can I make a persuasion check?
Persuading her for...
Why persuasion?
Persuading her, you know me, baby. Come on.
Sorry.
Heard my
Sorry.
name.
I want to persuade her to see if she actually does know the true fall family or not.
I think that would just
That's
be
insight.
intelligence check.
That's insight.
Oh, that's just insight.
Yeah, can I
Well,
persuade you to know me?
Yeah, so just go ahead and.
persuade
That's if you're
Yeah.
trying to like lie.
I'm just
That's
gonna
true.
say
Like,
it flat out.
Oh,
she's
I'm this
she's-
person.
she's telling
Right.
the truth. She has no idea who you are.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
Right.
because like
yeah.
the Eden is kind of not fully on the opposite end of the world, but it's a good distance away from Wiseoff, and
Yeah.
Well,
it's also full of people
Yeah.
from all over the world. So it's possible like the Truefall family may not be as well known here.
well, even still though, like I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
she that the people here would she like at least a small visitor she would see from the kingdom of Weisel.
Well, I suppose if you wish
We
to,
also got a prince.
if you wish to announce your presence, that is your business. However, I counter that if the Phantom hears word, well, that would certainly protect our staff, but it might not bring us any closer to finding him. If we can,
Yeah.
if we can,
Just be like,
I'm sorry, what was that, Blake?
I was saying probably would make things worse if anything.
Well, I do not know. It would be good to have someone in the audience, yes. But how would using your royal status help?
Do keep in mind obviously that it can also obviously offer because do keep in mind obviously that the usually culprits can sometimes target others in case if things go awry.
I do not know.
If I may,
Yes, Mr. Reus, you said.
yes, Luce. If I may butt in, I think it's a great plan for both parties. However, I think we can combine the two. May I talk?
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, for the play rule. This kidnapper, if it isn't Belladon, then we're dealing with a rival theater that basically wants to take your greatest actresses and keep them for their own. So I propose that
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that.
well, there's many evidence showing the Belladonna, but that can also often lead to trickery. I'm just saying there could be more options than just one person.
I mean,
Theory.
we've
That
balanced many theories. It could be Belladonna. She could be being framed. It could be rival theater. It could be obsessive fan. We do not know.
That's the thing.
exactly, it
Oh,
could be
I mean,
either
Phase
one
was
of those.
Fate is unexpected.
Anyway,
Please,
I
Mr.
have a
Roos,
friend
continue.
that could combine two of both Mr. Adam and your planets. What I believe is Adam, since your knowledge in investigation and training in intimate skills, I believe you, Tinaffi, should go investigate the other theaters and see if they can find any kind of motive. Not hardcore investigate them, just like casual conversation and trying to pull a bit of truth or a bit of evidence, if you will.
So you're saying
Me and Miss Blake over here, or Miss Helsung, my bad. We'll go with you, Miss. I'm so sorry. I've been thinking about this investigation. I forgot your name,
You may call me Madam Straw.
Madam Straw. You will take us to your theater, and you will give us a tour of the place as your new actors and actresses, and we will play that role, which would give us a moment, which would give us time to look at any kind of places as you're giving us a tour through the opera house, as well your new actors and actresses, and we will perform.
that's Blake.
And one of us needs to act as bait, if it really is not.
Well, I was going to ask between you and Mr. Turfall over there, we do need a new male lead actor to play Strahd.
I'll play Strahd. I might not look it, but I can act really well.
Does that sound acceptable?
You are splitting us very thin. You are splitting us thin, Reus. You do realize that.
Yes, I am.
So
I
if
do
any-
realize that, and the risk that comes with it. However, if we do split ourselves thin, do you think they'll be on guard? Think about it. If an entire party shows up at
We could
three
get the dragon.
rival theaters doing this investigation thing, they're going to be more on guard.
Not necessarily. To keep in mind that the element of surprise that she has its benefits.
This ain't the element of surprise, Adam.
Mm.
This is the element of, hey, we're here trying to do this quest. My point stands, though. I believe we should split up. And it's not like it's going to be... honestly, you'll have 3 people. You forgot Mr. Draco over there.
If that's the case, then I'll see what I can do.
I can play some music.
But
Yes, and Mrs. Helsing is actually a beautiful musician. So it's not like you're losing out.
Thank you.
I have a question because I got confused.
Yeah, what's up, Jade?
Okay, so so I caught that someone needs to play Strahd. What was it that was needed for the show, and what is it that the rest of us need to do while they're doing that? I guess that's what I was confused.
So here's how it works. So Tinaffi, so you and I are splitting up. You see, to go to the different other theaters to see what.
Mr. Draco too is coming along with y'all. Don't forget about him, and also
Right.
Quiet.
Okay.
Whereas Reus and Blake are going to the main theater.
Okay, so me and you go to the other theater, and then Blake and Reus are going to the main theater.
Yes, and there is still time before tonight's performance.
Then.
So if you are fast enough with your investigation, you and Miss Tinaffi, was it?
Yes, that's correct.
Make the show. I shall provide you with tickets.
Yeah.
If you are quick enough, you can still come and be in the audience.
All right then. If that's the case, then.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then.
Actually,
I suppose we can make it work. We can make it work.
Hellsong, you had something to add?
Actually, are these theaters close by? Basically in the same town?
Well,
Or are they local?
Cromwell is a very large city. However, the theaters are all in sort of the same district, except for of Notzenman. That is the other side of town. But as I do not suspect them at all. I know the owner, known them long time. They are good people, and they would not have done this.
Well then.
Well, I also think it's just like, this seems like to give... can I speak?
Go ahead.
Sorry. I also think they're probably not them, because why would they do it like this? Seems like to give your theater more attention than I think, because bad publicity is also good publicity. Fuck, I fucked my line. So, it seems like counterproductive.
Well, if it's done in secret, there really ain't gonna be no bad publicity.
There's a fucking bounty. I don't think it's that much of a secret.
Well, nobody knows who done it. They could easily friend someone else.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but the theater is more known because that's what I'm saying. It's like
we have. Sorry, forgive me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying it draws more attention to the theater, which would be good for the theater indirectly, and not for the other theaters more so. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's them.
I just don't like to focus on one thing when we have multiple suspects. I prefer to kind of split them apart and gather the information from there.
Exactly.
After all, Belladonna could be a pawn to a much bigger chess game.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Fair.
That's what we're dealing with here. We have too many suspects actually, and that could actually cause actually like a huge hostage problem. If we're gonna be dealing with something like that, we need to thin that line.
Yeah.
So, do we agree?
There's only one last question. What time would the show be?
Good. What time is the show?
Everyone is communing with God. It is 8 p.m.
And what time
He's
is it
like
right?
the fucking god.
I would say right now it's probably closer to noon.
So we have 8 hours.
Okay.
We have 8
The
hours.
show is 8 tonight. With my carriage, it should take us perhaps an hour to get to Cromwell. Very fast carriage, very nice carriage.
Then we'll have 7 hours at GPC to do what we need to do.
Yeah.
Well, you
That'd
guys
be
have
plenty.
8 hours. Remember, y'all are going off on your own.
That's
And of
right.
course, miss, if you don't mind, we'll go back with you on carriage.
Yes.
I can take you all
Yeah.
on carriage. Drop off some of you in different types of town. There's no need to split right now.
That probably
Please
better.
enjoy. I have champagne. I have
Well,
some snacks.
Well then, I guess.
Ooh,
well then, I guess
drinks.
we better start setting off then. No time to
Yeah.
waste.
Yeah.
If you have nothing else to do in town, I would appreciate to leave promptly.
Come on, this way.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone's
Let's
leaving.
get going,
Find a wizard
lads.
with my drugs. I was gonna go find a wizard with drugs, but
I mean,
I guess I'll save my side quest.
You can save the drugs for later.
You can
Yeah.
stop worrying about.
Yeah.
Bruce kind of
drugs.
walks up to Miss Hellson and is like, remind me to come with you when you do that.
Blake's
I'm
like,
running
"Fuck."
out.
Shit.
all right. I would say everyone is heading out to the carriage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. As you exit the tavern,
Yeah.
there is a fairly large black carriage with about 4 horses drawn on it. You do see someone just kind of like open the door for you, just kind of like gestures inside.
would
Miss
whistle if I
Miss
could.
Sure, if you would.
Of course.
He bows.
Uh,
Are we bringing guests as well?
We are. These
Okay.
are my guests. We shall drop some of them off on the edge of the city, but the rest will come with me to theater.
Oui, madam. Okay.
Oui, bonjour.
And all of you,
Oh my gosh.
all of you
The
end up
magical
inside
bagage.
this very beautiful carriage. Inside is like a red interior with kind of like golden tassels, and just you trot off. It's a pretty nice ride for the next hour or so, going across the hills. It's actually
Ooh,
it's
shinies.
very the seats are very comfortable. Like you get a nice view of the land and everything as you're going by, and I would say about a half hour in, you tend to feel a little bit of a tremor. And the sound of a roar in the
Earthquake.
distance.
Hold on. I was actually
Oh,
gonna
no.
actually. Can you actually make a perception check? Hearing.
Go for it.
All right. I have advantage with it because it's keen senses. Natural 20.
After 20, you hear the sound of what appears to be a very large beast, as well as a man saying, "I'll
Whoa,
tell
shit.
you, I'm gonna make."
Oh,
It sounds like a man and this like monster in the distance. It's about like maybe a mile and a half off.
Oh.
sounds like someone's gonna die.
And when you look at that direction, I would say with your 20, you do see. I'll actually put it in the Discord, and I'll describe it afterwards.
Yay.
Yep,
Yes, because you do like
Yay.
images, right?
Yep.
Everyone
Yeah.
likes images. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, we like to see what we're.
Hey, speaking of which, I do actually want to talk to you about something later on.
Sure. All right. If I could find it, where's my images? Oh man, I forgot.
Are you ready, Miss Hellsing, to perform at a stage? And Roos is very obviously excited.
There we go.
Clear he is.
I'm
Looks
also going to pull it
I
up
can
for you
finally
guys.
take
And
that education he
I'm
is.
also going to pull
Oh.
this up for you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
A
A fucking
T-Rex?
dinosaur?
yep.
There's a
I
In the distance, there is
A fucking
I-
dinosaur?
Yep.
I was not expecting a dinosaur. I was expecting the chimera.
Whoa, I know what it is.
You see a guy kind of like riding to the back, kind of like it seems like he's having a stabbing motion.
The wildlife of Eden is so beautiful, is it not?
Hey, look, Draco, it's your cousin.
He's just staying quiet. He's up. He just.
Your ancestors.
He gives me like, you little shit look. He's like,
Yeah, he does.
you know what? It does look like it's from your ancestor. You may want to go say hi to it.
Does that mean you're descended of birds? Or bird related?
He just looks out the window. He doesn't say anything to you all.
He's like,
He's that upset.
it's so sad he's not here. Glorious.
Finally, Blake and Reus, the most devious duo.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's
Shenanigans
probably
shall
the
ensue.
drinking. The drinking is probably kicking in.
Alright. Give me
There
one
is a
sec.
large bottle of champagne in like it's kind of like an interior limo. There's a massive bucket full of ice and champagne bottles with some glasses to the side of it.
Reus is pouring his
Like
champagne in already. Can
There's some
he
cut
can
fruit.
he inspect how good the alcohol is? Since he used to be since he has the proficiency of a bartender.
What was the question?
Can I see how good the alcohol is?
You can
And
tell
what
that
kind
it's a
of flavor
very
it has?
It's a very fine bottle of let's see, 1746 Chateau Le Crimson red wine.
Oh.
How much alcohol
Champagne.
potency does it have? And what's the flavor of it?
Well, it kind of tastes it tastes like a fine red wine.
It's a bit kind of
I'm challenging
a
your
little
alcohol
sweet.
knowledge.
Look, I don't
a little
drink.
sweet. Yeah, neither of us sweet
Yeah.
drink.
It's just wine. Just drink it.
It's sweet. It's a very fine wine, very well aged, kind of dry.
Ugh.
I'm pulling out all the wine words I know.
Very
It's got a smell
royal,
to it.
Very refined, very aged.
Yes. Please roll me. If anyone is drinking, please roll me a Constitution saving
Yeah.
throw.
Yeah,
Tinaffi doesn't like
I kinda
that.
like-
Oh.
Adam doesn't.
Reus-
It's like drinking it from the bottle. Like,
Yeah,
it's
please
just
roll
drinking
me.
from the bottle.
Roll me a Constitution
She's like,
save. You two.
Reus is drinking
Reus.
from a glass.
That's still. I'm
And
gonna need
like
that save.
Alright, Constitution.
Yep, Constitution.
Roll a
save.
death save. What exactly is in here?
No.
Deadly
Constitution.
Nightshade.
Hold on. Let me ask. You just have the Roos just has the one glass.
Yeah, just one glass
Okay,
of wine. He's
Just one
drinking
glass.
it very
Then
slowly.
okay. Make me a save with advantage. Blake, just a regular Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, 'cause she's
Yeah,
like
Blake,
chugging the
this
bottle.
household's just chugging the bottle.
Go.
She's like
Go.
fucking
Go.
Bender.
Go.
Alright, let's see. 4, fuck.
Oh God. She's
14,
wait. You
I get
are.
another roll.
Yeah, get another roll.
Yes, you do get another roll, Roos.
Fuck.
But Blake, you are wasted.
I got 14.
She's like,
Roos, you
did she
are.
drink the whole-
She like chugs the
question,
whole
did she
bottle.
drink the-
You
Yeah,
chugged the whole
she
thing
chugs
from the
it
bottom.
down.
You didn't mean to. You just meant to have a few sips. You didn't want the fancy glass, but you accidentally ended
Yeah,
up
she's
drinking the
like-
whole bottle. Roos, you're okay.
like-
You feel a little.
She's like,
You can feel the buzz. You can feel the warmth, but you're okay. Sorry, Blake, go.
why is everyone spinning now?
Oh dear. Did you have the whole bottle?
Yeah.
it.
Reus is gonna face palm.
That was a 200-year-old
This is-
wine.
Guess it was 200 years too old.
That bottle alone was 3 platinum.
Uh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
drank better. Just, she just chucks it out the window. She's just like, yeah.
Wow.
She's just like,
Perhaps I should have done better cleaning checks.
yeah.
Well, lessons learned.
Yeah.
Roos is just face palming and digging his face into his hands.
Who's sitting by who? Who's sitting by who? I'm curious.
I don't know.
I imagine Roos is like sitting by Blake. Blake and the others are sitting across from them.
Like,
But
Miss
he can-
Stroh
Blake's like,
is on a little seat towards the front.
yeah, Blake's like checking out the two people in front of her. She's like, she's like, no filter on anymore.
She had a filter before.
A very light filter. Yeah, I'll stop. Keep going.
No, go ahead. Play.
Madam,
Go for it.
If you guys, we're on a carriage ride. If you guys want to interact with one another, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you're
Character
ready to
interaction's
continue,
what this
just let
game's
me
about.
know.
Yeah.
So,
Does anyone want to? Yeah.
you are all adventurers from Eternal's Rest.
We're all from
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah.
yes and no. I guess you can call me an adventurer, but I'm more of a gambler.
He's
Yeah.
a fucking con artist. That's what he is.
That too. That too.
I see.
No shit.
Well, there
Look
is
at
a
him.
casino in the entertainment district. You may make good money there, but I ask not to go while you are on this job.
Well, of course
But
not. I'll go into my free time and make me some money. Oh, and by the way, madam, I want to ask this before I do it. Do you allow smoking in here?
no,
Damn it.
this is a non-smoking vehicle. However, if you must smoke, there is a sunroof you can stick your head out of, I suppose. I prefer to keep
I
this
would-
Stick your
interior.
whole body out.
I'm
would
gonna have
prefer
to
keep
drag you
this
all the way through this procedure because you decided to down a 200-year-old wine bottle, which I don't even feels the local flavor of it and everything. But still,
God, you're the one who made
I'll
the
do
tea.
another if you dare
how about I make you a
me. Dare
drink
me.
and you just get knocked out and I drag you?
That
Yeah,
it
you
could be a
can't
prop,
do
I
that.
suppose.
I am. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take your offer and stick my head out the window. And he just pulls out a cigarette, and sticks his head out the window, and starts smoking and calm his nerves.
You can. There's a big sunroof in the top of the carriage that you open up, and you're just standing.
uh,
With, it's like you know, those crazy party girls sticking their heads out of the limo
Yeah.
sunroof. Except you're just there, your face pinched in stress as you
Yeah.
smoke a cigarette as the wind goes by.
It's not the stress of the infiltration. No, it's the stress of Blake ruining the infiltration.
Yeah. Blake's inside just laughing like, hey, he has no ass. Just knows.
Excuse me.
He just comes-
I may be as flat as a board, but I have style.
Yeah, which doesn't include an ass.
All right. Are we ready?
Who
to
just lets out like a heavy sigh.
Blake's like,
These are the
I'm-
people you're bound with. Go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, how is Adam and Tiffany reacting to this?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Is there anything that Adam and Tinaffi want to say before I continue on?
she doesn't want to add on to these weird shenanigans.
Neither is Adam. He's not having any of this.
And Quite's just been in
They're
the
like-
corner, just kind of like looking away from the awkward situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Draco ain't here right now. He would have plenty to say.
Too bad he's in NPC mode.
Right.
Yeah, he just had to miss the session.
He barely fits in the carriage. He's just scrunched up.
And you can see that the
Almost
carriage is kind of like
that-
dragging a little bit. Like it's the elevation is just slightly off because he's kind of
I'm
like sitting on
surprised
the
he's
other
just
end.
not outside. He's not outside grabbing onto the sidewall. The ride.
We strapped him to the roof like luggage. You like, Ruse, as you're up there on the sunroof, you look behind you, and Adam is just tied to the roof.
Oh, you
No,
mean
no,
Draco?
Draco, sorry, not Adam. Yeah, Adam's up there too.
Adam's big
We
hunted.
tie. That's how we're traveling. Everyone's tied to the roof now.
Only the best.
Yeah.
All right. So I would say after some time, you hear the coachman just kind of like shout to the back, Madam Straw, we are approaching Cromwell in about 5 minutes. It's right ahead.
Ah. Merci. We are here. I shall. She turns to Adam and Tinaffi and Draco. In a few minutes, we shall let you all out. I shall give you directions to, excuse me, the choir note and the shell crackle theaters.
Thank you.
Just comes back down after having a smoke, and he sounds like, I am so sorry for my behavior.
No, it is fine. This is a daunting task I have set ahead of you.
Yeah. Daunting.
And I would say as the carriage is
Someone's been
turning,
fucking kidnapped.
Right?
If you want me, madam, I can knock him out right now. We don't have to hear him again.
I would ask you to wait till we are at the theater. That way we do not get any mess on the carriage.
Fair enough.
Do it for balls.
I would say as the carriage is turning, all of you end up seeing to your left that there is a large city, about like 1,200 acres, that is kind of like built up against the side of a mountain. There's these large stone walls that kind of like surrounding this city, and you do see like several different men just kind of like standing at various posts at each and every one of these towers. And in the center of the city, you do see a large obsidian tower that kind of like kind of just sits there, and it kind of gleams in the sunlight. It's much older than the city itself. Anyway, so
Looks like a penis.
no. In fact, there's kind of like 8 spikes at the top. Think of Isengard Tower. It's very similar to that.
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. We're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
maybe not that evil, but it's a black obsidian tower. But I would say after some time.
God, weren't you going to play music for this?
Oh, I was. Thank you for reminding me. I had music. Thank you. I got called into the role play that I forgot there was
Me
music.
too.
Here you go. Bard Bod, here we
There's
go.
an eye on top of the tower.
What was that?
Looks like there's an eye on top of the tower. She's like so drunk. She doesn't actually think.
Quite's looking
It's
outward.
looking
She
at
doesn't
me.
see an eye, and she just looks at you.
Bruce is just like looking at her with like a concerned and disgusted face at the same time.
There we go.
What are you looking at?
There you go. If it's
Like
too
you
loud,
can
let me
see?
know. I'll change it.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah.
I'll probably turn it up just a little bit for the audience. There we go. So you end up entering, through the main gate of Cromwell. You can see that there's a large fountain area with several different statuettes of the various rulers that are there, kind of like a commemorate, like a collaboration type of fountain. You do see several people walking about with their own different types of carriages and bags and everything. Like some people are doing business on the street. Some of them are kind of like hanging out near the fountain, and the carriage itself takes a kind of like a hard left through the center. Excuse me. To the center part of the city, and after a while, the carriage stops in front of the choir notes opera house.
Mr. Turfol, Miss
Quiet.
Tinaffi. This is the choir note opera house, and she gives.
Yeah.
Don't know where it is in relation, but she also gives directions to the shell crackle. They are relatively close to one another. And we are just down this way. You will see the Aria Opera House. It is very hard to miss. We shall, and she pulls out of her little bag 2 tickets, which she hands one to each of you, and one to Draco as well.
Looks
Liz.
Well, thanks.
When you are ready, just come to the house and take a seat in the audience.
Right. Thank you.
If you choose to come earlier, simply tell my dear Orca Tro that you are here to see me, and I shall come find you.
Right.
He is also at the area of the house. So please take care, be careful, and good luck.
All right.
Bye.
The carriage moves
Looks
on.
like outside.
As Adam leaves and Bruce says, "Hey Adam,
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. What is it?
if you don't mind, after this investigation, I would like to play a game with you."
Anything as long as she's something simple. She like, I don't know. Actually, hold on. Do I know any card games? Is she by chance?
Poker, blackjack, the standard ones.
As long as she has poker or blackjack, then I'm fine with that.
Oh yes, definitely. Have fun.
He's got a cheat.
Right.
Because I certainly will. By the way, Abigail, I've been waiting for this moment.
All right. And I would say the carriage ends up leaving towards, further down into the city. You do see, you're heading up in elevation, into the various districts. You do see, as you're heading up to each district, it's getting more and more prestige. Some of the houses and buildings are getting a lot more cleaner, a lot more, elegant as you go forth. And,
Shiny.
yes, very shiny. In
Bruce
fact,
is staring out the window with diamonds in his eyes.
yes, there are many tall towers that kind of
There's
overlooking the city, as well as
Give me shiny.
you even see upwards towards the top of the mountain is kind of covered in a thick fog, which is very unusual. Even if it is fall, it is very unusual to see the mountains have such thick fog for around this time. And after some time, you end up.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you arrive at the opera house. It kind of takes a bit 180 degree kind of loop around, and you are standing in front of a very large building. Several different pillars stand up front with banners of red and gold, with a large red carpet heading inside of the building itself. The coachman ends up opening the door. Madam Stroh and guests, welcome to Aria Opera House.
Oh my,
Merci,
so
good driver.
beautiful.
Indeed, we are very fine opera house, and she's very proud. And Claude, just out of context, who is Orca to Maya?
Wife, husband and wife.
Husband, wife, got it. Please come in. I will take you to my office first. My husband, Oka, should be there. I will explain to him the circumstances, and then from there, we shall,
Give a
we shall
tour
treat
of
you.
the opera house.
Of course. Please come in. In fact, I do believe
Yeah.
that practices should be going on right now. If you would like to have a peek.
Yes, that would actually be perfect. Although,
Yeah.
my partner here maybe needs a bit of time to cool off.
Well, I shall take them.
I don't need anything. I can play music while drunk. And high.
Maya leans into you, Reus, and she whispers, I have a place they can rest. However, I feel it is probably best we keep them with us for now. I do not know what
just-
they are like.
All right.
Well, come on, Miss Hillsong. I'm sure your talent of singing songs while drunk and high at the same time will come in handy.
And I would say entering
You
inside of the opera
wish.
house, it is just as prestige. When you go in, you do see kind of like on both ends of the walls, many different types of portraits and paintings of the various plays they've had. The Men at the Sea, the Men of La Mancha. You do see a Day Under a Blood Moonlight. You know, that sort of thing. And you do see like kind of like portraits of various actors and actresses that have made their name in this opera house as well. And as Maestro ends up taking you like down this long hallway, she opens the door and you do see like a large auditorium.
Yes, Blake.
Can I?
Can you?
Well, while they're walking, Blake is stumbling about. I was wondering if I should roll to see if she's not wrecking while she's drunk walking about.
I guess make a dexterity check to see if you can walk proper.
Yeah, let's see. Well, if it's anything like my rolls for drinking, it's gonna be awful. Alright. Dexterity is 5. Okay. I got come on, baby, come on. 14. Okay, she's not a bull in China
You
shop.
kind of miss your step every once in a while, but you can walk just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not like a walking wave of destruction.
All right. And as you head into the main auditorium, you are seated in kind of like one of the back seats, so that way you can see from the distance. Give me one hot tick, so that way I can take a look at something. And what do you guys think about calling it here? So that way...
Yeah,
You
I
all
think
can
that's
still, listen,
fine.
if you guys want to go on, I need to leave in about 10 minutes. However, something I did want to bring up is that if you guys want to keep going without me, you are welcome to.
I could keep going.
Well, I think
Okay.
we should call it. Well,
Let's call it here, because if we stop at any point, I might forget what happened. I don't
and
want to
that's
miss
what I was
any
thinking.
detail of this. This is going to be so cool.
Yeah. Don't worry, Okami. I was going to
Yeah.
say that anyway, but I was thinking at this
This
point...
gives me Greatest Showman vibes.
This is
all
the
around.
greatest show.
This
Plus, I also need
show.
a couple of details I need to go over you about, like this part of the story anyway, Okami. Now that we're here,
That's fair.
yeah.
yeah. But
If
Hey.
you
And also,
By the way,
like
I
her
just
dragon-
want to ask a question real quick.
Go for
I've
it.
noticed that throughout the past streams, you said we were going to take a break every now and then. I haven't seen a break.
yeah,
like,
this was when
happen.
this is when I originally thought we were going to do like 3-hour streams. So, I was
and
going
you
to
guys
happen,
can
yeah.
still do look, you
Yeah.
guys are welcome to still do 3-hour long streams. I need to leave at about 7:30 CST. But
Yeah.
if you guys want to keep going, you are welcome to. I encourage you to keep going for longer
Yeah.
streams if
Which
you
I'm-
want to.
Which I'm okay with as well. Maybe not for tonight, only because there are some things that I still need to go over with Okami as we're progressing
Also,
through this.
yeah.
And plus,
Yeah,
by
and
next
also I
week,
think
you could get the
we would
details
like-
right then, you know?
Yeah. Also, Draco's not here, and that's
Yeah,
kinda
and
like,
I don't want to
Yeah.
continue too
good
much
for
without him.
fun.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
And not only that, there was also that thing I needed to go over with you.
All right, that's fine. Might not be tonight, but at the same time, we'll definitely get it done by next week. But how did?
Well, hey,
everybody-
this session was awesome.
I'm very glad you enjoyed
It's
it.
probably the funniest one.
You didn't get blown up by a
Blake
magic
getting like
tree.
blasted drunk while we're on our way to a top secret like undercover mission
Yeah.
is the hilarious
She's
thing
gonna
ever.
cause. Yeah.
I mean, if you think that's good, just wait till the play actually starts because
Oh,
not much of
yeah.
a spoiler, but I kind of modeled the play after what's it called?
The Curse of Straw?
Yeah, thank you. The Curse of Strahd module, but it's kind of edited in a way.
By the way, I've never played
I
Curse
see.
of Strahd.
Well, there you go. You'll get a reinterpretation of one of my
Yeah.
games that I had.
I've
Yeah.
always wanted to play in Curse of Strahd, yet I've never got the chance.
Well, here you go. Now you can play Azurus playing a character in Curse of Strahd.
The
It's
main bad
watered
guy.
down Curse of Strahd.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
So be sure to get your opera voices ready because next week we're going to investigate the disappearance of Melodious and the Phantom at the Opera. So this is where we're
Copyright.
Dun dun
dun,
dun.
dun, dun. But I'm glad you all had a good time. I hope you at home watching had a good time as well. I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes. We're pretty excited. And next week we're going to pick up there. I hope all of you fantastic people stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have a good night.
Good
And
night,
don't do
lovely.
drugs.
Oh, that's important.
Don't
Don't
do
do drugs. Good night, friends.
Yeah.